would it mean to be able to talk to angels? How would that change your life? Join us now on Angel Talk Tuesday as the psychic angel channelers Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Carrie Ann Larson allow angels to speak directly through them, sharing messages from beyond. As you bathe in the vibrational frequency of the angels here, you will begin to open up to a stronger and clearer communication of your own. The purpose of this show is to help you awaken, expand, and remember the magnificent being that you are and the mission you came here to fulfill.
Welcome everyone. Our theme for the month is the power of thoughts. And today's topic is creating your own reality. So excited for our new theme today. This is Julie Geigel, international psychic medium, trance channel for Archangel Metatron and the Masters of Light, and awakened healer. You can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com and on Facebook at Spiritual Psychic Medium Julie Geigel. Are you getting our weekly angel inspirations? When you sign up for our weekly email messages, you are automatically added to our free healing list, where I offer a free remote healing with my John of God crystal bed for everyone on our list. And actually everyone who's joining the show today, I have the beautiful crystal bed turned on right now, and it is emitting this amazing energetic frequency to help all of our listeners cleanse, clear, and release any blockages in your chakra system. And the crystal bed also helps you to engage directly with your spiritual counsel, with your loved ones who've passed. It is actually quite amazing, and I'm so blessed and honored to have been able to bring that back from Brazil this year. All right, so buckle up. Here we go. I'm just going to ring the tingsha bells to clear our energy and to continue to create this beautiful sacred space. Welcome. I am Metatron, here to help and heal and serve this planet. We are thrilled and delighted, as always, to join you here today, opening up to a beautiful healing, a beautiful Metatronic healing. So allow yourself to dissolve and to drift into this beautiful energy by taking a nice deep breath. And simply imagine each and every one of your cells opening, opening, opening to receive this healing, this beautiful bath of love, light, an energetic recharge. As we are aware that your planet is experiencing a retrograde, we have come specifically today to assist you in uplifting your thoughts and assisting you in aligning with the reality that your spiritual self, your higher self, your soul desires. We are aware that it is very difficult on this planet at this time to hold a higher vibration and engage this beautiful frequency. Many of you get mired in the muck of the ego. The ego serves an important purpose for you as a human being. It keeps you grounded in this physical body that you inhabit. So please be aware that the goal is never to eradicate the ego. The goal is always to transform, to rise up, to live in harmony with your soul. The first step in doing this is awareness. And often awareness arises through your emotions. You know that you are stuck in your ego when you are feeling strong emotional discord, jealousy, frustration, fear. And as your mind travels through this emotional prison, if you will, oftentimes you might feel trapped or stuck or blocked. It is like a broken record that keeps repeating over and over and over again. Julie has learned a couple very simple techniques that are quite powerful. One of our favorites that she uses when she gets stuck in this lower frequency is the words cancel, clear, and delete now. So take a moment and imagine something that is upsetting you in your life today. During a retrograde, that is often not hard to do. And so as you allow these experiences to run through your mind, identify the emotion that is arising with this energy. Allow the emotion to be whatever it needs to be. Do not fight against it. Embrace it. Hold it lovingly in your heart with compassion and understanding. And now imagine putting this energy into a balloon and letting the balloon go, drifting higher and higher, further and further, disconnecting, disengaging, disentangling, canceling, clearing, and deleting any remaining energy from that experience. And now with your thoughts, we invite you to create a new reality. We invite you to shift into joy and love and bliss and freedom. feel yourself getting lighter and lighter as you receive this beautiful healing filled with unconditional love. We are here to support you always, in all ways. We are by your side with every breath you take and every step you make. There is much glory here in your experience on earth. Allow yourself to let go of what isn't working and create a new reality with this new energy on this new earth. Opening, 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 receiving now, receiving now, receiving now. And now feel a beautiful whirlwind wrap around your aura, your energy field, securing, stabilizing, grounding this beautiful frequency, this beautiful energy, uplifting, inspiring, motivating, recharging. We are thrilled and delighted to assist you in this energetic shift today, allowing you to open up to more of who you are and what you desire on this planet. I am Metron, and I have spoken here today. You are listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and this is Julie Geigel. Coming up in our next segment is Susan Schuler and Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha.
The future of Internet radio is here. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Join us for a free remote healing with the John of God Crystal Bed every week. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
This is Susan Schuler. In life, intention is everything. And I make each of my handmade soy candles and smudging sprays just for you. Go to mediumsusan.com for details.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson. Are you ready to ignite deep healing and transformation? Find out how mediumship, psychic readings, and shamanic healings can all help at carrieannlarson.com.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Hi, this is Bill Maher. I can find humor in almost anything, but one thing I never laugh about is cruelty to animals. If you don't get the joke either, write People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, 501 Front Street, Norfolk, Virginia, 23510.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Susan Schuler. Thank you, Julie Geigel, for that insight from Archangel Metatron. As a channeler, I work with a team of guides, of whom Jacob is the master teacher and leader of this group. He is who I call on to access the Akashic Records. I am a professional psychic medium based in the Los Angeles area, although I do readings for people on the phone and on Skype all over the world. I also do frequent mediumship and psychic demonstrations, as well as small group readings or larger group events. All the details for any of this information may be found at my website at mediumsusan.com. So let me just switch gears here for a second as I ask Jacob to come forward. You are not your thoughts. You but create them on a daily basis in your human world. Welcome. We are joyful and pleased to be with you today on this new day. A day that will allow for more growth and change if you but permit this to occur. How do you do this, you might ask? By first changing the constant negative talk you allow to circle your mind daily, as it forms a loop like your recording machines, repeating and repeating again all the things you don't want or are fearful about. For as the law of attraction teaches, what you put out to the universe is that which you will get back. So treasure these thoughts that you make, being sure they reflect your true desires, the desires of your heart and soul, for these are the reality you would build. Construct these with love rather than negativity or fear. Fear does not resonate on a high vibration. Fear will not build you a blissful place to reside. Fear will only invite those things that you wish not to be in your life. But first, in order to build the life you desire, you must slow your mind enough to fully comprehend what exactly will bring joy into your life. And many of you do not do this. Rushing frantically through your lives, allowing fear to rule your thoughts. Fear of not being enough. Having enough time to achieve all you must. Spreading yourselves so thin that the slightest upheaval sends you into a dizzy spiral tailspin that easily could have been avoided if you taught yourself more productive ways to control your thoughts. Most of you do not understand when we tell you you are not your thoughts. You only create your thoughts. You have spent so many years believing those voices in your head belong to you defining who you are. But we are here to turn on the light and show you this is far from the truth. You have developed these thoughts through the programming you received from your parents, teachers, family, and friends. For some of you, this has been helpful, but for others, not so much. We say this again. You are not your thoughts. You can change these thoughts at any time in your life to quickly alter the direction in which you are moving. Slow your minds. Be still. Give yourself time to reflect. Reflect on your life, its purpose, the soul's purpose. Are you where you want to be? Are you moving in the right direction or only further away until all you now feel is a shadow of yourself? A shadow of who you are or wish to be. You are not victims. Stop acting like the life you desire is out of your control. Stop wasting this lifetime. You came here during this life with much to do. But many of you are allowing the negativity to weigh you down. And it is causing you to slowly forget yourselves. We love you and see the true light that shines within your souls. You are the brave ones who have accepted this challenge to come in at this challenging time on earth. You knew this would not be easy, but you also knew you could do so with success. Release the negativity and fearful thoughts about never being enough, and allow your true beauty to rise to the surface. The beauty of your spirit, your soul, the true divinity that resides within each and every one of you. Be that light, not only for yourselves, but for others. Feed your thoughts good things, for much like your human bodies, if you only put bad things to run your engine, your physical body will become weak and frail. The same is true of what you feed your mind, your thoughts. Stay away from many of your popular forms of entertainment, such as your television, movies, news shows, and magazines. These are all focused on fear and will only promote negativity in your lives, not empowerment. Empower your mind with words, thoughts, and actions that will build you up, not shoot you down. You know something feels off, but you continue to numb your minds. Be strong and change the process sooner rather than later. You are the captain of your ships. You decide what types of seas you will take in life, what sort of ship you sail, why set off for a long ocean voyage with not enough provisions in only a small rowboat. Yes, the winds may pick up unexpectedly, but you have the ability to be prepared. Feeding your mind the proper thoughts will set the stage for much success in your future. This will be the fuel that will allow your vibration to be a higher frequency, a frequency that will help you to invite good things your way rather than low vibrational frequency things you do not want. Feed your mind daily mantras. Train your mind to see things in a new and bright way. You can begin to shift these thoughts at any given time. It is all up to you. Be that brave and mighty captain who builds a strong vessel and uses his wisdom to not go to sea when the weather will destroy him, but rather to place himself where good things will flow. You have so much more strength than you realize, and it all begins with the thoughts you allow and accept as your truth. Never forgetting, even if you have permitted fear to fuel your thoughts in the past, that you have the ability to alter this at any given day. Thank you, Jacob. This is Susan Schuler. Once again, feel free to check out my website at mediumsusan.com. We're going to take a short commercial break now. Please stay tuned for Carrie Ann Larson, who will be channeling Orion from the Celestial Realm. Thank you.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Come heal yourself. What is healing? Healing is nothing but connecting with your all-knowing higher self that already has solutions to all your problems and is always there to guide you. Through this show, we help you to connect with that you are and tap into that innate potential you have to transform your life and fly high. Please join me, your host Monica Goyal, every Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Namaste.
Hi,
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like to know the secret to manifesting? Join our next Manifesting Mastermind to create miracles of health, wealth, love, and joy. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Why wonder when you can know? Hi, this is psychic medium Susan Schuler. Let me help you get the answers. Schedule an appointment today at mediumsusan.com.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson. If you're looking for ways to add meditation into your daily routine, head over to carrieannlarson.com for a free guided meditation and mindfulness tips you can incorporate even while navigating traffic.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Hi, this is Christina Ricci with RAIN. Every 2 minutes, another American is sexually assaulted. If you or someone you know has been sexually assaulted, you are not alone. Help is just a call or click away through the National Sexual Assault Hotline. Please call 1-800-656-HOPE, that's HOPE, or visit RAIN.org, that's RAINN.org.
Brought to you by RAIN and this station.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Carrie Ann Larson. Thank you so much, Susan Schuler, for that incredible wisdom from Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha. I am so happy to connect with you all again this week. I am a spiritual medium, shaman, and what I like to call a creative adventurer. I do mediumship and psychic readings, shamanic healings, and classes over the phone and all over the Los Angeles area. I am the founder of the Journey to Authenticity series, an intensive journey to guide you to your path to prosperity, abundance, health, love, and the one thing at the root of it all, your authenticity. You can hop over to my website, carrieannlarson.com, to learn more and get a free chakra journey meditation, as well as mindfulness tips you can incorporate in all areas, even while you're navigating traffic. I do work with several guides and angels, and Orion is currently taking the leadership role while I am channeling. And I know he has got a lot to say about today's topic, so let's begin. Hello, it is I, Orion, coming to you from the celestial realm. I am so honored to be joining you today to discuss such a magnificent topic. I have much to share with you. I would like to begin with awareness. The awareness of your thoughts is a powerful tool. Awareness is your biggest ally. Shifting your thoughts can only happen if you are aware they need to be shifted. Become mindful of what passes through your mind, and you will begin to notice patterns. These patterns will begin to paint a picture. This picture, you will soon realize, is your current reality reflected in your thoughts. These thoughts subconsciously drive your actions. These actions create your reality. If you can bring awareness to this pattern, you can then consciously begin to shift your thoughts. Remove the thoughts that no longer serve you. Be grateful for the service they have provided until now, and gently release them. Replace them with a thought that is in alignment with who you really are and the reality you wish to create. This will seem tedious at first, but just as so many of you enjoy going to the gym to work out your physical body, your mind needs to work out to develop new, stronger muscles. The old thoughts have been at play most of your life. For many of you, they have been in your life for generations. many lifetimes woven into your family's thought patterns. It does not have to take lifetimes to shift. The thoughts are connected to the body, mind-body connection. The body is connected to the soul, body-soul connection. And so the mind and the soul are also connected. Remove the thought within your soul, and you will find it is much easier to remove it from your mind. All of this begins to happen when you become aware of where the problem stems. The thought patterns will guide you to the root so you can remove it from its source. There are also many loving helpers surrounding you, other physical beings you can call upon for guidance. We angels can help and guide you to them. All you have to do is ask. Now you understand why I wanted to begin with awareness. Again, it is a powerful tool to guide you. Use it when you remove the old, outdated thoughts and patterns. That is when you can truly begin the fun part. You can paint the picture of what you want your reality to be. It is pointless to give only energy to the new when the old is still running the show. That would be like being a passenger in a car trying to give new directions, but the driver, your old thought patterns, still have control of the wheel and will always default to the same route. Change the driver, change your route. Then what a wondrous position you will be in. You will finally understand that you are responsible. You have created your current reality. Many of you may resent this awareness, but until you accept it, you cannot possibly create a reality you desire. If you did not create your current reality, who did? Do not give away your power to a trauma you experienced. Do not play the victim. It does not serve you. Accept that on some level you have created your current reality. Then, and only then, can you fully understand you and only you have the power to change it. If you blame another for your current reality, then they also have the power to create a new reality for you. They are driving your car, and you are nothing but a passenger along for the ride. This ride will never be the reality you truly desire. It will never take you to the destination you dream. Become the driver, and you can go anywhere you can imagine and beyond. How, you ask? You must first do the work. You must show up for yourself. You must accept all of yourself, not only the parts you like. It is the parts you dislike that hold the trials, tribulations, lessons, and soul pieces you must heal. Become whole, and you will see the blessings in your lessons. It may seem impossible to you now, but do it anyway. You must heal your wounds so they do not continue to show up in your life, begging to be acknowledged. Acknowledge them so you can heal them. There is nothing more magnificent than remembering you have the power. What do you wish for? What do you dream of? What reality do you want to create? You are painting a magnificent picture in your mind. I can see it. You have the power to create it. Bring awareness to your thoughts. Awareness will bring you to acceptance. That is where the healing will be. Show up. Do the work. Heal. And you will realize your dreams were within your grasp all along. You will realize your dreams are in fact reality. Continue to paint the pictures in your mind. It is more powerful than you realize. Remove the energy from the old in gratitude. And then all of the energy will be able to go to the new. To creating and remembering the magnificent being you are. Do not be afraid of this change. Welcome it in much love. This is Carrie Ann Larson. Stay tuned for our psychic discussion on today's channeled messages. Also, if you have questions about our channeling, be sure to join us in our Angel Talk break room on Facebook, where we connect with you during our commercials.
Bringing a more conscious lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
There is no death, only a change of worlds. Chief Seattle. Deborah Livingston is an award-winning intuitive psychic medium whose international services include mediumship, spiritual assessment, animal communication, and spiritual mentoring. She is a published author and a trained shaman. Deborah provides evidential messages from spirit and departed loved ones. Learn more at deblivemedium.com. That's DEBLIV medium.com.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hi, Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like a free psychic reading? Become a member of our inner circle and get a free reading today. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Hi, this is Susan Schuler. Have you stopped by my website to download your free mini grounding meditation? Do so now at mediumsusan.com.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson, founder of the Journey to Authenticity series, an intensive journey to guide you along your path to prosperity, abundance, health, love, and the one thing at the root of it all, your authenticity. Head over to carrieannlarson.com to learn more.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Hi, this is Josh Groban. My favorite thing about music is its ability to inspire and nourish the soul. That's why I'm proud to work with Feeding America, an organization that inspires hope for families in need and helps nourish the 16 million kids in this country struggling with hunger. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and helps get it to kids in need, but they can't do it alone. Find out how you can help at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel. Thank you for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio. Thank you, Carrie Ann Larson, for that beautiful message from Archangel Orion. Wow. So much to talk about there. We are going to just take a few minutes to highlight some of our favorite points of the channeling today, and we will start with Metatron, since that just seems like eons ago. This morning has just been so intense. I have a lovely rain and a bit of a storm here over in Wisconsin, so I'd love to channel during this energy. So we're going to ask Susan to help us out, because my mind is kind of foggy here with what Metatron even said this morning.
Which I can totally understand, because I don't know whether people understand. We really do go someplace else when we are channeling. Julie, I have to tell you what Metatron was saying about your technique, the cancel, clear, delete now. I wrote that down just for my own reference, that I'm going to be using this in the future. To me, that's just so helpful, I think, when we are channeled things that we can actually use that are like tangible things for techniques for us to use. So I personally know I'm going to be adding this to my own little bag of tricks, and I'm glad Metatron sort of brought it out to the forefront for us to talk about. I also loved what he said about being stuck in the ego when we feel a strong emotional discord. Sometimes I forget that, and that was helpful for me to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, when you think about frequency, vibrational frequency, we have the lower emotions, and then when we move into love, then we get the joy and the bliss and peace and harmony and all of those wonderful vibrations, which is really our goal, is to stay at a higher vibrational frequency, because when we are in those higher realms, if you will, we can really communicate with our spiritual council, and we can really hear very clearly direction from our higher self and live in this beautiful abundance and prosperity and treasures of the new earth. But when we're in this energy of retrograde especially, there's so much that's coming up to clear, to heal. And that's why I was so honored to facilitate a beautiful healing through Metatron today for people to purge, to cleanse, because I don't know about you girls, but retrograde's totally kicking my butt. Any thoughts, Carrie?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I definitely want to piggyback on that. The cancel, clear, delete, it's such an incredible, simple tool to use. And I always think of incorporating really simple techniques that can just be used when you're busy. And it's so easy to get onto these spiral patterns that tend to go downward, and if you can just interrupt that thought pattern, it's so simple of a thought or an action, but it has such powerful results. and I just love that. The cancel, clear, and delete now. I absolutely loved that. And
I do have to give credit to. I learned that from Alicia Isaacs House, who used to be on our show, and that's a absolutely phenomenal technique. Once I learned that from her, it's really been life-changing for me.
It's amazing. I'm definitely going to be incorporating that.
Well, and I think what you said, Carrie, the key is that you need to take action. You know, when these negative thoughts are coming up in your mind, don't just sit there and be mired in that muck. Take action with mantras, with music, go for walks, connect with nature, affirmations, but you need to do something different in order to get different results. Let's take a moment to explore some of the messages that came in from Jacob, our master teacher of the Akashic. Some of my favorites, you are not your thoughts. And I know Eckhart says this all the time. It was one of the most profound things that I learned on my spiritual journey is the thoughts in your mind are not who you are. Any thoughts on that, girls? Carrie?
I always love that. Louise Hay is another big advocate for changing your thoughts, and that was the very first thing I wrote down too. Another big one for me was that the victim, you are not the victim. Stop acting like the life you desire is out of your control. And I think that is such a powerful message is once you have the awareness that you actually have the power to create your dreams and create your reality, it's such an empowering position for you to be in. And it does require a lot of strength to be able to accept that what has brought you to the current moment has then also been your doing. But I just love that is stepping out of victimhood, because the victim, that there is no power in that.
Beautiful. And Susan?
Oops, sorry, I forgot to mute myself there. Started talking. No, I absolutely agree with the whole thing about being the victim. And it's interesting, too, because I know that we all do it. And it's like the minute that I would, personally, when I take on like, oh, poor me, or oh, I just can't control this, or this is, out of my realm, it's like I can feel my energy dipping down. I can feel my vibration going lower and lower. And it's just almost like you know how sometimes you'll just feed you feed the little fire that's burning there of negativity, and then you kind of start to wallow in it. And it is just such a good thing that and that's why I'm so excited about your little technique that you talked about, because to me it is sort of like a cancel, and I'm not going to accept this as my reality, and I need to. And you know what? I do have the power to change it. And to me, that's just a lovely, lovely thought, because we need to know that we do have more power than we realize.
Power, yeah. Oh, and the key to that statement is to say it 3 times. Cancel, clear, delete 3 times. And let's move over to Orion. Wow, he was on fire today. It was so amazing. Awareness of your thoughts is your biggest ally. And I know Metatron touched on this too, but it really, really is the truth. Thought patterns will guide you to the root to help remove it. Do not give away your power because of trauma you have experienced. So do not give away your power to a trauma you have experienced. That was actually one of the big ones that hit me. Any thoughts, Susan?
Well, it goes back to like what he was saying about blaming another for your current reality. And I love the way that he said, they're driving your car and you're only along for the ride. And that goes back to before about giving your power away and allowing that to occur. And it's a conscious decision on our part. And it's just something that it is a practice. It's not something you can say, okay, I'm going to do this and this is just going to work for me from now on. It's like this reality that you have to constantly pull yourself back into.
Yeah, do the work and show up for yourself. I loved when he said that. Any thoughts, Carrie?
Yes. I have so many. This whole message today was so reminiscent of my journey, and it wasn't until I fully showed up and I fully did the work and was willing to do that for myself that things really changed. And so having that that reminder today is really powerful. But I think it is something we don't expect to, go to the gym one time and walk out with the body that we are, the healthy, strong, fit body that we are going to the gym for. And yet so often when we're trying to shift thought patterns or shift energetic patterns and triggers and all of that, that's what we expect. And I think when we understand that there's actually layers to the energy field and there's layers to the patterns that have been woven into it, that's when we really begin to realize that, one, healing can shift a tremendous amount of old patterns and old thoughts, but there's always layers to really work through, and you have to be willing to show up for yourself. And that really is much like when you show up to the gym, you're showing up for you.
Absolutely. And like Orion said, it may seem impossible, but do it anyway. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us here on Angel Talk Tuesday. Remember, archives are posted 24 hours after the live show airs on OMTimesRadio.com. Don't forget to join us for a discussion in the break room over on Facebook, Angel Talk Tuesday Break Room. We would love to hear from you over there. Remember, you have a plethora of angels uplifting, inspiring, and emboldening you in God's love every day. Until next time, this is the Psychic Angel Channelers Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Carrie Ann Larson, helping you connect with your own angelic team.